Hey everybody, I've been meaning to do an annual shop tour video, and you know how it goes, life gets in the way. Then I had some time, and then I decided no, I want to clean the place up first, but we all know that's not very realistic. It's never going to look perfect unless you don't actually use the space. So I'm just going to go for it. So, real life. Alright, so this has not changed since last year, I don't think. This is my printing area. I think, yeah, this is new. This is, I got this last Christmas in 2017. This is a Papasan chair from Pier 1. Occasionally I get time to sit in it, but usually it's for guests, like my husband or my kids, if they come in here and want to say hi. Oh, I think the glare is covering the F word on that print. That's perfect. These are some prints from local artists. I got into sewing bags. You can see, I'm trying to cover the F word thing. That's one, that's a Blanche, large size from Swoon. Yeah, so here, let me step over this pile of recycling. This is the Expedite now Calyx from IKEA. I'm sure y'all have seen a million of these. This is all my felt. Here is some backstock felt up there. I use it a lot in my business, so I order it wholesale. So that's why I have so much of it. And then down here, this is mostly other types of fabric. So things I use in bag making or plush fabric for making clip-on tails. And then here's another one of those bookcases. This has, these are all vinyl rolls. And then these are boxes of cam snaps. If you're not familiar, it's KAM. And they're like a resin plastic material. They're used commonly in cloth diapers, and then I use them on things like keychains and stuff. More of the same here. And then up above, these are some wire storage things. And then I have a few books. Those are samples of various things I work with. And then these white things, these are dish pans from the Dollar Tree. And I use these to keep projects that I've cut out that are ready to sew. And let's see. Down here, this is a little drawer unit from Joann's that has wool blend felt in it. I'm phasing most of that out because I find I rarely use it. So that might be serving a different purpose soon. I got glue in that little bin there. Some random stuff. Alright, over here is a shelving unit. This is from Target. And then these slide-out drawers were an add-on item. And last time I went to Target, they no longer sold them, which is a bummer because I wanted to get two more for up here. Because I reorganized this space a little bit. Excuse me. So, it's in a little bit of a transitional period right now, which is why we got a couple bins that are sitting on the floor and stuff. Alright, so most of what I sell are embroidered felt masks. So I had a lot of them, and I had them in these bins here, and it just wasn't working. It was hard to find what I needed when somebody ordered one that I had in stock. So these are, it's like a clear vinyl underbed bags. And I just got these from Walmart. I have two of them right here. But you can see I fit all of my current supply into just one right now. But that's been working really well. Alright, and then this is more inventory up here. Alright, and then up here, this has not changed. This is a file cabinet, and then my husband built these wood shelves to fit on top of it. And I think I mentioned this last year, but you can see there's a little bit of carpet on top because in our old house, this was in an area with a vaulted ceiling, and that top up there was a perch for our cats. Well, so in this house, this is a separate space, and the cats are not allowed out here, so they don't get hair and chew up all my stuff. And it just happened, look at that, it's perfect height. That is some good luck there. So moving on, this is an exterior door I never use, so I have this stuff in front of it. This is a little wall organizer that I made years ago. And then here are some miscellaneous supplies, felties and stuff. And you've seen these before if you see my past videos. These are modular drawers from the Container Store. They're a little pricey. I think they were maybe $6 each. But I've always kept my grosgrain ribbon in them. But since I'm doing less with ribbon, I'm trying to eliminate a lot of it. So I did manage to clean out one drawer. And these are little mint tins. So there's a couple different brands in here. So I got this kind and this one, and then I got Altoid ones in there too. My mom eats a lot of these mints, you can tell. I had been saving these because she'd be giving them to me and I had no idea what I'd use them for, but I knew eventually I'd think of something. So I'll grab one that's sort of open. But I'm storing my felties in them. So this has been working great. See, I label each one, they're alphabetical. And then while I'm waiting to free up another drawer, I'm just putting the extras up here. So that's been working excellent. So if you know anyone who likes these mints a lot, tell them to save the tins for you because you can store tiny stuff in them. Alright, moving on. I got a new air conditioner, which is off right now because it's cold and because it makes it easier to listen to the audio of a video, as I found out. Alright, these are two Alex drawer units from IKEA. These are pretty popular in the art and craft world, so you might have seen these before. They're pretty similar to what they were last video, so I use a label maker to label what's in them. So here are my tools. I have a fold-over elastic, 1/8 inch elastic, other elastic. This is my hardware drawer. This little thing is from Container Store. So it's a little messy right now, but I'm working on it. And I got headbands down there. And then these are for sewing supplies. I sell a lot of badge clips, so they get their own drawer now. And then these are all embroidery thread. I'll just open one drawer and you get the idea. So this is just shelf liner from the Dollar Tree down here, so these don't slide around. So as long as I don't shut the drawer too hard, they don't tip over and they don't slide or move. This is for masks that I need to punch holes in and add elastic to. And then up here, just kind of general stuff that eventually I need to find better spots for, so it looks a little neater. Alright, so let's start back over here. I'm saving the big stuff for the end. This is functioning as my shipping station. This is just a desk from IKEA. It's got little buttons on it, so I love it and will never get rid of it. So yeah, these are, this has packaging and shipping stuff, my various paper I use for printing, and then labels for products. And this is a little spray station for spray adhesive. And then the lighting is not fabulous here, so I'm going to try to come over here and look at it from an angle. And then this is a shelving unit. It was previously here. And I measured it and realized it would fit on top of the desk. So it kind of makes better use of this vertical space here. So yeah, there's my Brother SE400. It's my very first embroidery machine. And it sews also, so I just hold on to it in case I ever need it. And then these are all mostly bag patterns, which I've really gotten into. And there's some paper up there and stuff like that. Alright, this is another Expedite Calyx unit. And this is, I've got my label maker and a few silhouette items, office supplies, gift wrap, and Ziploc bags. Whenever I get something that comes packaged in a Ziploc bag, I put it down there, so then I use those, and less stuff in the landfill, and it's a money saver too. So yeah, shipping supplies, and then I'll show you this one because it's the neatest. These are just magazine files from IKEA, and these are all the various sizes of poly envelopes that I use to ship my orders in. So it's very nice and organized. Here's a laminator because my husband's a teacher, and I also use it too for some products. And then these are some commonly used Ziploc sizes. The big ones are in that purple paper thing I showed you earlier, and then cards and stuff like that. And then up here, these are fabric scraps, and then these are shipping envelopes and boxes up here. Alright, so next up, I believe I had this workbench in the last video, but this is where I do the majority of my work. So you can see I've got a Dymo label printer. That thing is wonderful. And then the pegboard, this has been great. I think I can utilize it better, so that's going to be a goal for this year, is to utilize this a little better. I moved my zippers up here just so I could see them better, and they're more organized. Instead of digging through a drawer, they just end up becoming super messy. Extra scissors. And then I decided to get one of these thread racks. I always have my thread in glass jars in a drawer, and I don't know, I thought I would give this a try. I think I'll make a little dust cover for it, because that's always my hesitation, was that you're supposed to keep your thread away from light and dust. So a rack like that, it kind of defeats the purpose. So I think I'll make a cover for it, and that's a good compromise. But it's really easy to grab the thread, and then it's right by my sewing machine, so it's kind of perfect. Alright, so here's some other stuff. I have little buttons here. I put them on a piece of ribbon. I've been collecting those for years, so it's nice to have stuff out that's kind of personal stuff. So yeah, here is, I moved my ironing board here. So when I'm not sewing, you can see it just kind of collects stuff. And then I got various sewing tools, marking pens, highlighters, and stuff there. This is a sewing needle organizer. It's an in the hoop design from Stitch Soup. It's really awesome. And then this is glue and pens and stuff like that. Alright, and then that's my silhouette. I rarely use it, but it's a great tool. I really love them. Their customer service is fabulous. Alright, and then you can kind of see here, there's a window. I live in Florida, so the sun, when it beats in here, oh my gosh, it is so miserable. So that's why I've got the blinds up, and then I've got a piece of foam core board covering the window too. And then it kind of doubles as a little bulletin board. So when I'm working on a project, I clip the instructions to it, and that's right above the machine, and it's perfect. Alright, so this is new. This is basically more of the same, but it's a shorter length. I had a desk here that I brought from the previous house, and it was just not functioning at all for what I needed. I didn't need a desk in here. I already have one over there. The height was not good. I had my heat press on it, and then my photography station. It just wasn't good. It was not working. So that's going to go out in the garage, and my husband built me a second one of these. This has been wonderful. This is a countertop from IKEA, and then the frame is just 2x4s. So he built that in, I think, maybe an hour or something. So this is great because I've got storage underneath, which I can get to easily. So I got my mammoth box of polyfill under here, so it's not in the middle of the room anymore. And then just various stuff. So I've still got room to spare. And then this is where I take photos. And then again, this is a window that's being blocked. I move that out of the way when I need light for photos, but it's doing a good job of keeping some of the heat out. So I got that, and then this is a progress board for various bags I work on. And then I've got my serger out here because it seems to be working again, so it got a place on the bench. And then this is one of these little tool organizers. This one's from Harbor Freight. I find they're the cheapest there. So I've got that. That's mostly bag making hardware. And then this is the exciting part here. My husband built this for me. This is a cutting table, and it is custom for me. We worked on the design of it together. What we did was, I previously had a cutting table from Joann's. It's the kind that has wheels and folds up. Well, I never folded it up because I don't need to. I have space for it. So, and it was just really squeaky and wobbly and stuff, and it wasn't working. And then the legs that folded out kind of formed a Z shape, which meant you could hardly store anything underneath it. So it was just not working. This is perfect. So I've got 4 of these plastic bins on the bottom layer. The second one here, I have bolts of felt. I have my embroidery stabilizer. On this end, this is all my interfacing for making bags. And then this side, more interfacing, and then one of my project totes. So then the top layer, I had this made so these little Dollar Tree dish pans with my my in progress projects fit perfectly. So I got a whole row of them over here. Then in the center there's space for rolled items. So I have my photo backdrop, vinyl, one of my banners for when I occasionally do shows, and then this side another row of these little pans. Kind of a cool thing is these bolts, they come with this MDF, I think it is, this board in the center of them. So I'd been saving them, and as you can see, I used them, or my husband used them at the top there, so kind of a money saver. And then the top from the original cutting table is right here. He just screwed it right into the top. It doesn't bother me that there are these screw holes and then that this is joined. It doesn't bother me at all, and it saved a ton of money, so it's perfect. And then finally the embroidery machine, that's the same as it always has been. So yeah, that's everything. So hopefully this was interesting. It's a little longer than I normally do, but let me know if you want to see anything in more detail or any questions. And thanks for watching.